What an absolutely gorgeous morning here on the farm. It's hard to believe it's the end of February and it's this beautiful out, but we're getting ready for spring. And part of that is this raised platform area that we built. And the intention is to put raised garden bed on here. Now what I did is I filled this up predominantly with fill that I dug up from digging a drainage ditch around the upper garden. And then I put a couple inches of drainage stone on the top, mostly to level it off, but also to provide a little bit of drainage, and that'll feed into the drainage stone that goes down the sides and out. So that will hold no water. Now the intention today is to cover that with fabric, and then we're going to put down some cedar mulch later on, but I want to get the fabric down now, and then up at the top where we're going to have a lawn area between this garden, the raised garden, and the upper garden. I'm going to seed and straw that. So stay tuned. That's what we're doing today. Well, that really didn't take very long at all. Let me grab the camera and show you what we've got done. So we've got all the fabric down where we want to put the raised garden beds and the cedar wood chips. And then I've got this area ready to seed. Now I've got a ton of landscaping to do around the new garden here, but at least I want to get this patch done so we're not tracking mud into the new area when I pick up the wood chips. So I'm going to get that seeded and strawed today. That should keep the mud down a little bit, and we'll be ready to move on to the next step. Couldn't resist, just had to come down to the stream, see the water flow a bit. See, here's my enormous 12-inch waterfall, and then the bank here completely lined with stones that I've dug up on the property already. A little bit of erosion control going on. And it just keeps on going down the road. Well, I think it's starting to look pretty good. I can't wait to get those raised garden beds in, but I'm going to have to wait until I get some wood chips down. But there you can see where I put the seed and straw just to keep the mud in check. until that's all done and the grass starts growing. Then we're going to focus on the rest of the garden and a little landscaping here where I had to dig a drainage swale all the way around because the water was coming down from the barn and washing out my brand new garden, and we can't have that. We're back again here at the farm, and in the last clip I showed you that I put a little bit of seed and straw down just to keep the mud down. Did a little bit more since then. Let me turn the camera around and give you a show. So right here is the area where we put the seed and straw, but you can now see it goes all the way to the end of the new garden. And I actually extended the garden about another 20 feet. So that's the final length of 2024 garden, or garden number 2. And I got it all landscaped all the way around. I dug a ditch, a drainage ditch, all along that back side because the water was coming down from the barn and washing out my new garden. So that's all landscaped with topsoil, seed, and straw. And then the ditch kind of runs this way across and out through under the fence. And I've landscaped, seed, and strawed all this. But we're here today to continue working on the prep at this retaining wall for our raised garden beds, which is going to take us a while to put the mulch down, which is what we're here for today. And the reason it's going to take a while, a couple reasons. One, my trailer only holds 1 yard. And the other reason is, believe it or not, the landscape company that sells the mulch, you can buy the red and the black and the brown and the cedar, whatever you like, but they close at 5 o'clock. And not only do they close at 5 o'clock, they're not open on weekends, which makes it really hard for me to get the mulch I need to put down here on top of this fabric. Essentially, I work from home 1 day a week. Fortunately, it is only a couple miles from my house. So it takes me about 15 minutes to run down there, get 1 load on Fridays on my lunch break, and then bring it home so that I can bring it out here to the farm on the weekend. But if this takes 4 loads, it's going to take me 4 weeks. Or I'm going to have to take a PTO day, one or the other. But anyway, we're going to get it started today, because you can't get finished if you don't get started. Well, there we have it. That's 1 cubic yard of mulch, and I spread it about 3 to 4 inches thick. That'll obviously settle down to probably a couple inches over a little bit of time, so we can come back, add a little bit more to top it off later. But yeah, that went a lot further than I thought it would. I would guess I'm about halfway, so maybe 1 more yard. But even if it takes a yard and a bit, I've got other areas on the property that need touched up with mulch, but at least I'll have it done weeks sooner. Well, it only took 2 loads or 2 cubic yards to finish off the wood chip mulch where we're going to put the raised garden beds. Slightly different color. It's because this one's been rained on, and this one has not. But I assure you, both loads came from the same pile. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Try New Things with everything that we got going on here at the farm, and in particular we're now ready to install the raised garden bed. So stay tuned for that episode. You're going to want to see what type I picked and how it looks. But anyway, that's it for this episode. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.